Hello and welcome to a new episode of Echelon Talk. My name is Mariana, your host for Echelon Talk interviews featuring different Echelon chapters across the country. As you can see, we are so excited to be filming from the Salvation Army's national headquarters directly from the Zumaya Group studios. And with me, a very special guest, Michael Henry from Echelon Chattanooga. Michael, welcome to Echelon Talk.
Thank you so much for having me, Mariana.
We're so excited to get to know you a little bit better, and I'm sure our viewers are as well, and get to know your chapter. So can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, your chapter, and all of that good stuff?
Sure. So I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we're on the southeastern border of Tennessee. If you drive from my house pretty much any direction, in 20 minutes time, you'll either be in Georgia, Alabama, or you've gone from Eastern time to Central time. So we're in a cool spot where we're 2 hours away from Atlanta, we're 2 hours away from Nashville, we're 2 hours away from Knoxville. We're kind of right in the center. We get a lot of traffic coming through Chattanooga, and so there's a lot of history in Chattanooga. So I was brought into Salvation Army Echelon. I was a candidate for Hamilton County, where Chattanooga is, onto their school board. And throughout my campaign, lots of networking, and someone came across me and said, hey, you should check out Echelon. And so I did. I came to the meetings, got to know a few of the people there, went to the events, and I've been a part of the board since about 2017. And for work, I do business and marketing consulting. I have my own company, and we help small businesses build their brands, help educate them on how to build anything, especially in the digital marketing space. So I do that with our Salvation Army Echelon chapter, help with the social media.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. And I'm intrigued. What was it personally that drew you to wanting to be involved in the Salvation Army and Echelon?
At first, it was meeting other young professionals and networking, which is still a piece of Echelon, an important piece. But really, once you move past the just joining the organization and getting to know the people in the organization, and really seeing the people that are impacted, hearing the stories of people who are fully tenured employees of the Salvation Army who say, I had absolutely nothing before I came across the Salvation Army. Ultimately, that's one of my goals and my missions in my life, and something I'd like to contribute to my community, so it was a good fit for me.
That's great. So I love that you're wanting to be connected to your community and also make a difference at the same time. So thank you for that. And now I want to talk about your chapter. Can you tell us about some of your members and what do you guys do in the community? What kind of events are you guys involved in?
So we're kind of new. We're still establishing ourselves. We came about in about 2017. So coming out of the pandemic, or however it is, we're trying to reestablish ourselves. And I think what's great that we'll be able to carry through from the beginning of our inception is we have some really incredible corporate sponsors in the local community, just companies that are large in Chattanooga who want to do whatever they can to support the community. So with the corporate help, we put on a few different events that we think are pretty special with our chapter. We have had up to about 15 people on the board, and we have a little bit lower numbers now, but we still successfully every year put together, we have one event we call Bacon and Boxers. So our Salvation Army Corps, they put on Mardi Gras, which of course is during Mardi Gras, and it's specifically for the women in the community who are maybe lacking in currently experiencing homelessness or just some kind of pressure in some way, where they can come and they can socialize and they go home with a fresh pair of undergarments. So our Echelon chapter said, well, don't forget about the boys. So we grill out for the boys. We have Bacon and Boxers for the men of the community, and they come out and they leave with undergarments and anything else to help with their hygiene. And then every Christmas we do Run with Reason. Run with Reason, say I'm a runner. I get someone to sponsor me, say they pay $100 per mile. And the day of the event, I run 5 miles. they donate $500 to the cause. So again, that is really brought on by our corporate sponsor helping us lead that event. And we've raised over $50,000 since we've been doing that in about 3 years. And we've sponsored over 300 different angels from the angel tree. So all the money raised for that event is specifically for the Salvation Army angel trees. And we keep helping more and more each year.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite events. I love, me and my son always get involved in angel trees. So that's great. I'm so happy to hear that you're doing so much for your community. And I'm sure, just as you mentioned, you are a young professional who wanted to know a little bit more, help more. I'm sure there are some in your area who are probably wanting more information. How do they join your chapter? Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. So they can find us on social media. You can search Chattanooga Echelon on Facebook or Salvation Army Chattanooga Echelon. You can Google search it and find our website. And you can see the people on the board. And if you come across me, you can reach out to me on social media, message me anytime. Or if you message our Echelon page, you'll get me as well.
That's awesome. Well, Michael, thank you so much. We are so happy that we got to talk to you today and mention all the great things that your chapter is doing for the community.
So glad to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you so much for our viewers for watching. We will see you next time.